2 minutes.
2 minutes. You want me to talk for 2 minutes and we'll just go live?
Sure.
Yeah, might as well.
You ready? Let me
You
know.
wanna go live on all three?
You ready to go live?
Yep, let's go.
I did it before you.
We're live. So, Impact Club members, listeners, viewers at home, wherever you are watching Impact Club event 16, welcome. This is our third event with COVID. Idiom was nice enough to allow us to come and host a very, very, very small gathering at their facility tonight, basically with the presenters. The presenters got to bring one guest, and then the volunteers putting on the event tonight. We have 3 awesome charities. We're gonna have Buck Hill from I Believe in Me at the end of the 3 charities, telling you where your 30,700 went last quarter and how he's making an impact in the community, what he's doing to help the underserved in Frederick County. But tonight is about Girls on the Run, the Phoenix Foundation, and Margaret, Byrd, Rawson Institute, 3 amazing charities here in Frederick that are going to tell you their story, who they help, the impact they make in Frederick. And at the end of the event tonight, at the end of their 15 minutes, if you're an Impact Club member, you got emailed a link from me today, a Minty site that you will go on to vote which of the 3 charities that you want to walk away with the $30,100 they will receive after tonight's event. So from last event in August to our event today, we lost 13 members, but we gained 7. So in the midst of a once in a century pandemic, I think that's pretty good. We were still over 300 members. So I thank you, Impact Club Frederick, for committing to supporting Impact Club and the nonprofits here in Frederick. So without further ado, it's enough of me talking. We are going to start the event. I'm going to draw the first charity. Is it loud enough?
People want you to speak a little bit louder if possible.
As loud as possible.
Okay. Well, I'm going to yell if I speak in it loud.
Maybe walk forward a foot.
Am I too close now?
No, you're fine.
Is that okay? So presenters, you're going to stand in front of the mark. The first charity tonight, presenting to you, Impact Club Frederick, Phoenix Foundation, and John Edmonds.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you to the whole Impact Club for what you guys have done in our community. We're very grateful for being invited tonight. The Phoenix Foundation was formed a few years ago to fill a void in our state that has not been addressed for a long time. We, in the last 2 years, have opened the state's only recovery high school. And I don't want to tell you too long of the what. I want to tell you more about the why, but I do need to describe a little bit of what a recovery high school does. Recovery high schools are small organizations, 20 to 40 to 50 students. And what we do is we provide a sober environment for students that are struggling with alcohol and substance abuse disorder. For families that are affected by it, the most common thing they do is they send a child off to treatment, teenager off to treatment. They do 28 days and they come home. And unfortunately, they don't have a choice other than to send them back into the same high school where they bought, sold, and used drugs. And what we do is we provide a positive peer pressure environment that where rising tide lifts all boats. And so through your analysis and keeping them accountability and great social programs, we're able to provide them an environment that they can stay sober and learn how to have fun. That's a little bit about what we do. And I want to tell you why we did it. There was an 11-year-old kid who started drinking and started drinking a little bit too much, experimenting with drugs, and by 13 years old, using drugs regularly. 14, 15 years old, completely addicted. Came from a pretty decent house, a regular community, just like Frederick. And in no time at all started buying, selling drugs at school and getting in a lot of trouble, getting arrested all the time. And by the time he was 16 years old, he had completely burned every single bridge that he walked across. Getting arrested half dozen times, stealing, breaking into cars. You know, every neighborhood got that one kid, and this was that kid. So for a while, you know, dealing drugs, running with people he shouldn't be running with, got expelled from his school and got arrested in short order 3 times by the same police officer, and was facing 16 felonies and a long time in jail. But what happened was he got put in front of a judge, and this judge gave him an opportunity. You can do 18 months in jail, or you can go to the nation's first recovery high school. And that was an incredible opportunity. It was a no-brainer, right? You take the easier, soft way. That kid goes on to that recovery high school, spends 16 months there, the whole time clean and sober. And when he got there, he didn't want to stay sober, but the positive environment and the love of the community changed his idea about what living sober was like. Kid left there, got immersed in the local recovery community, and got married to a beautiful woman, had an incredible little family, and started to live a life of service. And through that, you know, really an incredible recovery community was growing about them. And you know, that guy had a couple kids, and they became successful members of the community, off in college and the rest. And him and his wife were in recovery, had the opportunity to give back what they've been given from the recovery community, and traveled across really most of the United States and into Canada and even into Russia to share their experience of overcoming addiction and the beauty of the community that was around them. And so that same guy 2 years ago got with a dozen people who wanted to start a recovery high school to provide this opportunity for other kids that were struggling. They were tired of watching people die of this disease. And the reason I know so much about that kid is because I'm that kid. 32 years ago, I was put in front of a judge who gave me an opportunity. And by God's grace and the kindness of strangers and the love of that community, I haven't used since that time. And you know, it is only by God's grace and the kindness of strangers that make that happen. And we wanted to do the same thing here in Frederick. And so in the last 2 years, we've, thanks to the Osherman Foundation, we're donated a space and the work of an incredible committee. We've got licensed from the state of Maryland, and just in August, we opened up and we started serving families. We have 4 families that have signed up and 1 that has gone on to something different. But we're just so grateful that this community believes what we believe, that we have to take care of young people, that we have to do something different about this disease and tackling this addiction earlier in the cycle. It's too expensive to wait until we're in prison. It's too expensive to wait until we're paying for the funeral. So we're so grateful for this invitation. We're so grateful for what you guys have done for the community, and good luck to the other presenters. Thanks.
John. And our second presenter tonight, Impact Club event number 16, Girls on the Run, and Leah Perry.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Impact Club Frederick. We are so excited to be here. So yeah, my name's Leah Perry, and I'm the director and CEO, which in my world is Chief Energy Officer of Girls on the Run. And I'm also an adult onset athlete. 20 years ago, I started running, and it completely changed my life. Fast forward, 10 years ago, I heard about Girls on the Run for the first time. And again, I was so impacted. I'm so passionate about the changes in lives that this program can bring to girls in our community. So 3 years after that, we had our first season in the spring of 2013. Our teams, we had 4 teams and 46 excited young girls and a dozen volunteer coaches launched the program here in Frederick County. Since then, in the world before COVID, we were poised to impact almost 1,000 girls a year, training and engaging over 120 volunteer coaches of our program. So what is Girls on the Run? Sounds like it's a running program. It's all about running. Well, no. So we do get the girls running. Our girls serve girls from 3rd through 8th grade in after-school programming. And we get them active, but they get active in ways that are fun, in games, in role playing. While their coaches, through a curriculum, an intentional curriculum, lead lessons on all kinds of lifestyle and strategic scenarios for the girls that they're going to use right now in their lives, but also in their future lives. So what kind of lessons are there? There are lessons on standing up for yourself and others, pressing pause on big emotions, nurturing our physical and emotional health, and building confidence and resilience. Oh, and at the end of every season, all the girls in our program participate in a non-competitive 5K event. That's 3.1 miles, but we teach them run at your happy pace. So it's a fun event that they can accomplish. And there isn't very much more fun than being at a finish line, whether you're the one crossing it or whether you're seeing the smile of joy and accomplishment on a girl's face as she finishes what she may have not even believed she could do. That's amazing. So I want to share with you a story, a conversation with my friend Peyton. Peyton is a real girl I met 2.5 weeks ago. Peyton is not her real name. We'll call her Peyton. So Peyton and I were running, and I typically ask the girls when I'm at site visits, and our sites this year are socially distanced, masked, of course, and no touching. So we're all there. And so I'm running along with Peyton, and I ask her, what's your favorite thing about Girls on the Run this season? And I'm sure y'all can all get a guess. She said, being with my friends. Of course, understandable. So I pressed her further. She's 10 years old. I said, so what else did you learn? And so we ran around a little bit longer, and she finally says, I learned that there's more health. Like there's the health of my mind, my mental health. And then she said, in my mind, I can go to very dark places. This has been so hard these last months. But when I go to Girls on the Run, I get to go be with my friends and have fun. And I learn ways to stay positive. And here's the awesome thing about Girls on the Run, about the impact of the program. It doesn't just stay with Peyton. Peyton goes home. Peyton goes home to a younger sister. Peyton goes home to a brother, as do all the other girls in our program. It starts with the girl, impacts the family, impacts her friends, whether they're in Girls on the Run or not, impacts her neighborhood, impacts her community, impacts our entire community. And that's why I continue to be passionate about Girls on the Run and Impact Club members. I invite you to join us to amplify the impact of Girls on the Run. Thank you very much, y'all. Rock stars!
Great job. Yeah. Awesome. So before the third presenter tonight, I want to take a moment and invite you, if you're watching this, to go to look at the Jupiter Awards this year and watch Heather Quill's speech. She, Ajay knows her, pretty much anybody in here knows her. She helps out many local nonprofits. She is an amazing speaker, amazing presenter, and basically each one of us plays our role in helping the community. We might not be able to start a foundation like Leah, like John, like Theresa. You might not be able to be a board member or a founder, but you, as an Impact Club member, play your role. Donate your $100 a quarter. Invite your friends to donate $100 a quarter. Because I promise you, that $100, and you'll hear this from Ajay, is making a huge impact in this community. Do your part. Do your part, make a difference. So that's my rant for tonight. So our final speaker, Theresa May, the Margaret, Byrd, Rawson Foundation.
Hello, thank you for this opportunity. I'm Theresa May. I'm representing the Margaret Byrd Rawson Institute, whose mission is to ensure that all children have access to an education that serves their unique learning style. Margaret Byrd Rawson was born in 1899, and in the 1920s, she was part of a parent cooperative school in Pennsylvania, where she volunteered to work in the library. There, she would meet the students she met the students who were getting in trouble in class and being sent to her. And she realized that they all had one thing in common, that they couldn't read. She took it upon herself back then to look for a famous neurologist. His name was Dr. Samuel Orton, who Helen Keller had gone to. And Dr. Orton explained to Margaret about the science of the brain and how we learn best. She also learned from a woman, her name was Anna Gillingham, an educator who specialized in the craft of teaching. And they had formed a program called the Orton-Gillingham Approach to Teaching Reading. And it's still the gold standard for teaching reading to all dyslexic children, and in fact, all children, how to read. In 1940s, Margaret then came to Frederick, Maryland, with her husband, who was a scientist at Fort Detrick, and her 2 dyslexic boys. And she lived a very full life of service until she passed away at the age of 102. She was a sociology professor at Hood College, and she was the co-founder of many schools, like the Genesee School for Dyslexic Children in Baltimore, Maryland. She became the matriarch of the International Dyslexia Association, and she wrote several books on the topic of dyslexia. In 2004, she was inducted into the Maryland Women's Hall of Fame. I met Margaret in 1996, and she became my mentor. She helped me with my 2 dyslexic boys who were struggling to read while I was a professor of sociology at Hood College. She brought me up a huge learning curve, and she taught me that my children needed a multisensory, phonetic, structured way of being taught reading. The process of getting my children what they needed financially bankrupted our family. Today, to send a child to a special school for dyslexic children, it costs roughly $30,000 a year. And to get specialized tutoring for these children, it frequently can cost between $100 and $200 an hour, something that most families can never afford. According to national reading scores today, 65% of US children are not reading or comprehending on grade level. And when you look at children from low-income families, it's 80%. Frederick County scores show that 48% of children are not reading on grade level. That's nearly half the students in the county. The social impact of illiteracy is huge. When you look at 75% of the prison population, or 85% of juvenile offenders who are struggling to read. And the thing is, this doesn't have to happen because they can be taught to read with the right teaching techniques. It's a huge waste of human potential. In 2001, Margaret and I formed the Margaret Byrd Rawson Institute, and we created an online institute that recently completed a worldwide educational telesummit and a 6-part webinar series interviewing Orton-Gillingham practitioners. We also provide CEU credit through the Virginia Commonwealth University. All of our programs are free. We're supported by donations and by grants. Our email list has gone up to 10,000 and growing. And the most exciting thing is that we're creating a set of 125 YouTube online lessons that any student, whether they're young or an adult, can follow step by step at their own pace to crack the reading code. And we're teaching parents and teachers how to make sure the lessons are being performed properly. With COVID-19 and all these children learning at home, we need these lessons now more than ever. These are going to be free to anyone in need in Frederick County, the state of Maryland, the entire country, or anywhere in the world. Together, we can make a huge impact. Please support us. Thank you so much.
Are we ready? So Impact Club Frederick, you have 3 choices tonight. The Phoenix Foundation, John Edmonds presented for Phoenix Foundation. Leah Perry with Girls on the Run, and Theresa May and Margaret Byrd Rawson Institute. We're going to be open for 5 minutes. Go to your link for voting. While Ajay comes up and tells us where our 15th Impact Club event funds of $30,700 went and how they're impacting the community. Thanks, Ajay. 5 minutes.
Step forward. A little bit more.
Good.
Talk loud.
How y'all doing today? First of all, I want to say to Mr. Byrd, to the Impact Club, you are truly ordinary people doing extraordinary things. For me, myself, this club has done something for our organization that, an investment that we've never received. So Mr. Byrd, you Impact Club members sitting at home, we thank you. Today is not about declaring a winner. Today is about making the community aware of how many people in our community are making an impact. So you 3 nonprofits that shared today, only one person is going to win, but you all are winners. You all are making an impact in our community, and you all walk out of here with a trophy. Over the last 40 weeks, our organization has been able to feed 40,000 patrons in need due to COVID-19 crisis, hunger, and insecurity. That need has been filled not because of me, not because of because of people like you, because of Impact Club members, because Mr. Birdie's tireless effort going out into the community, finding ways to make an impact. On top of the hunger and insecurity, our organization has also been able to meet the trauma of some of our youth within our community. Because as we know, the seclusion, the locked in the house, the being away from our friends, totally has affected our young people. So we've been able to partner with Damascus Road Community Church and meet with our youth Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday to pair with them tutors for the online learning, to give them love, to give them laughter, to be sure they have the proper nutrients in their body to continue on during this dark time. So again, it's not I, it's not me, it's we. And I believe in me is thankful for all of you members in the Impact Club and all of you community members that continue to make a difference. Thank you.
So Impact Club Frederick, we have 1 minute left on voting. You have 60 seconds. I know there's a lag when you're watching and viewing at home. So you've got 64 seconds to vote. When we started this 4 years ago, that's right, 4 years ago, 16 events. We started this 4 years ago in February of 2017. I was hoping we'd have 50 members. I was hoping we'd have 25 members. I'd hope we donate $10,000 a year. That was the goal. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, you, an Impact Club member, are doing good. You're making an impact in the community. I talk to these nonprofits every day. They call me up. Hey, can we have coffee? Can we do this? Can we do that? Yeah. I can, I can talk. I can get in your front of Impact Club, baby. It's all random. It's all about telling your story. It's all about making an impact in the community. But it's the members that really fuel Impact Club. I can tell you right now, with COVID, if we would have had 60, 70 members, I would have quit. I would have turned and walked away. But because we have 300 members here, over 300 members here in Frederick, because we're going to donate over 330,000, over 400,000 total. 400,000, you know how much money that is? That is a ton of money. A ton of money that's staying here in Frederick because of you. That's a ton of money. I couldn't walk away. This sucks. This absolutely sucks. Would I love to hug you? Yeah, I'd love to hug you. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to shake your hand. Everybody here would love to talk to you and hug you and shake your hand. And I'm sorry, we can't have that. We can't have that now. But everybody here, Impact Club members, charities, we're all doing our best during this pandemic to help those that are less fortunate, those that need food, those that are in recovery, those that need help reading in school, those children, those families that need help. We're doing our best to help make an impact here in Frederick. So with that, have we closed yet? Because I'm gonna try. All right, so with that, in about 30 seconds here, as soon as we write on the check, Zoom meeting. Are you all ready? Okay. So with that, we are going to present $30,100 tonight to
We are very grateful for all the confidence.
Yeah, lift it up a little bit.
We are very grateful for the confidence the community has put in us and trusting us. And we will honor you by being good stewards and carrying the message and taking care of our fellows. So we're so grateful. And the other presenters were just fantastic. It's too bad we all couldn't win, but maybe we'll have 900 members so we can do 3 winners every month, every quarter. So thank you very much. We couldn't be more grateful.
thank you for tuning in at home. I will see you in February. Congratulations, Phoenix Foundation.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
We are out.